I'm Mel,
And I'm Andrea.
and we've been asking ourselves, WTF? Where's the fun?
So, welcome to our podcast for heart-led business leaders, entrepreneurs, and CEOs ready for more. More impact, more wealth, more joy, and more magic, all while having even more fun than ever before.
As co-founders of FunX, we believe that life and business is way more fulfilling when you're following the fun.
So we're flipping the script on success, giving you permission to create from a whole new paradigm where you can have a lasting impact while nurturing your well-being and having a freaking blast along the way.
So join us each week for engaging solo episodes
and real conversations with experts who are embodying this new paradigm of leadership, spiritual wealth, business growth, and of course, fun.
If you're ready to reignite your spark, make bold moves, and lead from a whole new energy,
let's jump in and have some fun. Today, I was joined by Beth Nydick, the go-to visibility strategist for helping you to monetize being a guest on podcasts. So whether you want to be a guest, you currently are, and you want to play even bigger, or you're a podcast host, this is such a great conversation. She gives so many tangible strategies that you can implement right away, from the do's, the don'ts, how you can play better, and really doing it from an authentic place. So I know you're going to love this conversation. She also ends with something super powerful that I know is going to resonate. So make sure you stay tuned to the end. Welcome back to another episode of WTF Where's the Fun? Woohoo! I'm Andrea. Today we have such a fun conversation planned for you. Awesome guest. She's a former TV producer turned visibility strategist. And this is my favorite part. She is a podcast guest monetization guru and just a great human. So welcome, Beth Nydick, to the show. So happy for you to be here.
Okay, Andrea, we're gonna have a good time today. I'm excited because you guys always bring the fun, and I think sometimes when we talk about business, we make it so not fun. So I knew this conversation we're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, we're for sure going to have a good time. And I know Mel is so upset that she's missing this one because Mel had so many questions for you, but she's always the first one to listen to the episode. So I know I'm going to ask some questions on her behalf. Let's even start with, okay, so how do you go from TV producer to really specializing in what you do? Because it's not just about getting on podcast, it's about monetizing them as well.
It's about looking at visibility differently. So just my short journey, I was a TV producer, got to stay home with my kids for a long time, and then I got into like the food blogging sphere, right? Early 2000s. And I saw how often I was going to go on. I did a lot of TV and I would go on with brands, but I was like, how I can only make as much money as a brand's going to pay me to go do this. How can I actually leverage what I'm doing with it to make more money for my business, to get more sales? And that was early Instagram. So I started really utilizing email marketing and social media marketing, but it didn't really all click till I had owned a PR firm. Early COVID, I'd owned a PR firm, and we were getting great media. My publicists were amazing, and we were getting great media for them. But when the contracts would be coming up, they're like, "But this was amazing. We got great media, but like my business didn't grow, or like nothing. I'm not making more money." And my question to them, which was like a light bulb moment, was like, "What are you doing with it?" And the answer usually was nothing. So when I started implementing what I had been doing in my blogging days, not only for my clients, but then for myself, I knew there was something there. And when I stepped into course creation and being more of a digital entrepreneur, I was like, how do I differentiate myself using my expertise? And I honed in on podcast guesting because everybody's doing it and most people are doing it wrong. And I had a solution and a system to help them do it correctly.
It's so true because it's almost like the focus on let's get the visibility, and then you do that, and then you kind of forget almost you're like, so that like, yes, we want to help, we want to share our message, but then it's like, what are you doing with that? And I think that is a missed opportunity.
Oh, 100%. Because most people, I'm going to shame everyone that's listening. Most people put it in their story once and then they kind of forget about it. You know, it's not that they're not proud of the asset or they didn't think they did a good job, or maybe it's a confidence issue, but there isn't a system or even a strategy conversation until I started talking about it, where visibility should be a different lane of strategy and not just part of marketing or that thing that you do. Because if you're coming to podcast as a conversation rather than a conversion tool, I think you're wasting your time, your energy, your money, and the person you're doing it with. And then how is it fun if it becomes a drain on what you're doing in your business? It should be something that you're excited about sharing and doing and talking about over and over and over again.
So how can we play this well? Because I feel like I'm in that category of like probably can play this way better. And I know a lot of other people are, and so like, I do think in a way that it's like, you do need the system. You need to yeah, I'm the type of person, like, if I know what to do, it's like, game on, like, I kind of
Yes.
go and do it. But sometimes I'm like, I feel like I know what I'm doing, but I really sometimes we're just trying to figure it out. So for people like me, for the entrepreneur who is